Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick little video on emblem removal. I've had this truck for about 6 years and had this emblem on it. I peeled it off, but I never took the adhesive off of it. So I'll show you guys how to remove it. What we're going to use is this general purpose adhesive remover. It's kind of pricey, but I figured it'd be the best way. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff you can use, but I went ahead and decided to grab something that would be made, that's specially made for doing what I'm trying to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, spray it on. Can says spray on liberally. That's what we're going to do. Got my emblem, my Sierra emblem taped up, and I got the stuff dripping onto a rag down here. That way it doesn't touch that emblem and start taking that adhesive property away from the emblem. So I keep that protected. This stuff works pretty good. All right, I got that soaked. And we use now plastic razor blade. These things are amazing, guys. You should try some, especially if you're doing something on a painted surface where you don't want to scratch the paint. Worst case scenario using this, you might leave light scratches, but you can probably buff them out with a drill and a small buffing pad and some compound. These things are a miracle. They work great. What I'm trying to do is I've been cutting and buffing this whole truck. You can see I've worked on the tailgate. The emblems are kind of my touchy area, or the area I'm trying to be careful around. I hadn't got around those, and I wanted to get this stuff off before I finished cutting it. Get that razor blade on there. Look at that. You see this blade's got the angle on it. You really should use it like that, where you get the angle edge on there. I didn't do it the first go round, but it still worked. Spray a little more on here. This stuff's amazing. It creeps on in there. I've heard some people say you could use carburetor cleaner, engine degreaser, things of that nature to get it off, but like I said, dealing with my truck, my paint, I wanted to use something that was specially made for it. So far this is working great. I imagine I'm going to have to sand this area and buff it, just because of residual that will be left over. Pretty impressed so far. I've got pretty much the whole emblem off, or the adhesive from the emblem. Spray that in there, let it sit for a few more minutes, or not a few more minutes, but a few seconds. Get back after it with the blade. Try to hit it from all angles. Spray some more on there, let it sit for a minute. Alright, minute's up. Still on there. Got most of it off. It's just a residual around the outer linings that's kind of a pain to get off. And they are not wanting to come off. Also could be embedded into the paint. I'm going to take a rag, I'm going to try to rub it off, see if that helps. It's pretty much off for the most part. I have to do a little bit of extra work to it. spray it again. Let it sit for another minute. Right. Minute's about up. Been spraying and spraying. This little emblem right here is pesky. But it's coming off. From another angle. Alright, what we got right now, what we're looking at is, I'm sitting here looking at it, and it did pull it off. As you can see, kind of pulled paint off around it, right up in here. It's got little chips in it, but it did get the logo off. So that's not cool, but hey, this logo had been on there for a while, and it had been pulled off with the adhesive left on it, so I guess in a way that could be expected, but that does work. I would suggest if you're going to do it, spray it on there good. Use a plastic razor blade and maybe rub it off, but that emblem's off of there. It's just chips left, or where it's taken off the paint. So I use a plastic razor blade. It works normally. This time it didn't quite pan out, but the plastic razor blade didn't have anything to do with the paint chipping right there. I can tell you that right now. The paint is clean. It's just the area around the paint. I mean, where the logo was is clean. It's just the area around where the logo was, where the adhesive is stuck on there and bonded pretty high. But get those logos off. That's what you do. Get you some of this stuff. It doesn't have to be 3M, but it can be anything. Get you a plastic razor blade. Or if you want to try it, rub it off with the towel. It's up to you. It's your vehicle. I just want to give you guys a little informational video on what I do. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions, click in the comments, but give me a like or a subscribe. Help me grow the channel. Thanks.